לשמור מה נותר עוד לעבור עד שנמלט מהחושך אל האור איך כך פתאום החיים הפכו קשים ואיך הנקץ ברשימת הייסורים כמו דגי הים הנלכדים ברשתות הגלים גבוהים ומעלינו החכות.
Welcome everybody to our Thursday night shiur. Usually we give Shara Gilgulim. Tonight first I want to say that our shiur is Lahatzlachat Kol HaRavakim, all the single men. Bifrat Avraham ben Adina, Yonatan ben Margarita, Asher ben Margarita, Aryeh David ben Rezel Bradel, Moshe ben Avigal, Baruch Chai ben Irina, Daniel ben Leah, Aaron Moshe ben Yafa, Rahman ben Dinah, Levi ben Nidi, David ben Svet Tzivia, Gabriel ben Svet Tzivia, Yeshua ben Miriam, Yosef Meir ben Rivka, Baruch ben Yosef, Gabriel Chai ben Ron ben Leah, Yitzhak ben Yosef, Milana bat Niela, Ronen ben Emmanuel, Aram ben Natali, Baruch ben Tzivia, Daniel ben Tamar, David ben Michal, Rafael ben Yeshua, Baruch ben Tonya, Moshe Chai ben Rosa, Eliezer ben Olga, David ben Tonya, Eliyahu Yosef ben Maya, Eliyahu ben Alexander ואוסנת, השם יברך אותם שיזכו להתחתן השנה ויקימו בית נאמן בישראל. There is no greater joy in the world than to find your other half. That's the greatest joy in the world, and that's what this place is meant for. We're not meant to make people great mekubalim, tzadikim, kedoshim, metorim. We just want to blast a person with so many mitzvot that Hashem is going to say, you know what, let's give him one. Okay? So I want to say one small word, lichvod the special occasion, because this is the 13th month of the year. Every month of the Jewish year has a horoscope sign. Usually Adar is what? Dagim. Usually it's dagim, fish. Who is blessed to be like fish? Menashe and Ephraim. What does it say? Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. Why? Fish are under the water. They don't extract ayin hara.
Yeah.
Anybody born in Adar doesn't have ayin hara or kishuf on him.
Well, you're lucky people.
Oh, they're lucky people. They don't have ayin because they're like fish. They're under the water, under the radar. No ayin hara or kishuv could. Now, if you're in Adar Bet, it's extra special because Adar Bet is once every 3-4 years. It's rare. It's a rare thing. It's a rare time. Adar Bet is very powerful. Now, what's the connection? There is another thing that corresponds to the number 12. What are they? The 12 attributes of Hashem. Kel, Rachum, Vechanun, Erech, Apayim, Rav Chesed, Ve'emin, Notzer Chesed, La'alafim, Nosei Avon, Pesher V'chata'a. That's 12. The 13th one, which is called Nakeh, is the 13th month of the year. Adar Bet. What is the power of the 13th attribute of Hashem, V'nakeh? It includes the previous 12. It has the power of all 12 before it. Yaakov was very upset at Reuven. Why was he very upset at Reuven? Because the night that Reuven switched his bed, he was supposed to have the 13th Shevet. And it was supposed to be a pair of twins. Nadav and Avihu. It was supposed to be them. When he lost that, it went to who? Yosef. Yosef, who shalit ala ha'aretz, hu ha'mashbir. Yosef is the conqueror of the land. He is the one who gives the tzedakah. There's 3 mitzvot on Purim, guys. 4. Mishloach manot, which people have taken to the next level. Baruch Hashem. And Mika Amcha Yisrael Goy Echad Ba'aretz. I remember as a kid, we had a neighbor that she used to give so much mishloach manot. She used to give it on Shushan Purim too. She used to be mahmir. And then we have matanot le'evyonim, right? What's the mitzvah of matanot le'evyonim? To give the money on Purim. It's very hard to do, you know. The Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul says, what's a poor person today? A person who doesn't have savings. If you have savings, you're not considered poor. That's it. That's the halacha. Or if you have so much debt that your savings don't cover it, that person is considered poor. So basically every college student today, no, I'm kidding. So that's considered poor. Now, the third mitzvah is what? Kiryat Megillah, reading the Megillah. It's very important. Whoever reads the Megillah could fix his yesod, his brit milah, from all the sins that he did from the beginning of the year until the Kiryat Megillah. Why? The Megillah is like one long Vav. Yosef is what letter of Shem Hashem? Vav. Your Yesod is the letter Vav. To fix the Yesod, you have to read the Megillah. What do we do to the Megillah? We stretch it out. We open it up totally. Why do we open it up totally? We want to take out all the nitzotzot. Everything should be open. Bring everything back to its source. So the Megillah, it says, if you miss one word, you got to go back to what you missed. And what's the most important part? There are 3 parts in the Megillah that many people make a mistake in. 2 parts in the Megillah that you have to repeat a certain word. And 1 part you have to say in one breath. What part is that? The Aseret B'nei Haman, the 10 sons of Haman. You have to say it in one breath. The Chazan who's reading it has to say it in one breath. That's halakha. Why? The Klippa wants to suck from all 10 sfirot. That's why Haman had 10 sons. Keneged Keter Chochma Bina Hesed Gevurah Tiferet Netzach Hod Yesod Malchut. When you read it all in one breath, you take everything out in one shot. There's nothing more powerful than that. One time I was reading the Megillah. I read it a bit too fast because I read Hebrew fast. The rabbi made me repeat the whole, because he didn't read it. He didn't hear it in one breath. He got confused. So I had to read it again. You know what? I did it. B'simcha. U'b'sason levav. Wait. And there's another thing you have to do on Purim. You have to make a seudat Purim. That's the most important part of Purim. I want to tell you guys a secret. Chanukah is only a half an hour. You light the candles, you got half an hour. But how many days you have half an hour for? 8 days.
8 times.
Purim, you have 24 hours. But to keep it going for 24 hours, you have to make a seudah for that long.
We can do it.
Bukharians could do it. You just bring the pulov and you have to make a seudah. You finish the Megillah, mishloach manot, chik-chak, matanot le'evyonim, chik-chak, seudah. There is something interesting inside the seudah. Chachamim say you gotta get drunk. You gotta get drunk. That means if your wife's driving you crazy, you have 1 day a year to say, leave me alone. When is that?
Purim.
On Purim? I want to tell you guys ask you guys a question. Do you guys know why we read Parashat Amalek? Zachor et asher asa lecha Amalek b'derev Mitzrayim. You have to read in the Temani way, to make everyone wants to read it so perfect. Zachor, the woman comes to the shul, aha, chi, hoo. And you got the kids coming. For why they come, I don't know. And everyone's reading Zachor. Everyone's got to hear it. Doraita. Do you guys know that Parashat Para is more Doraita than Parashat Zachor? Parashat Para. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. Okay? So Parashat Zachor, everyone wants to hear it. There's a reason for that. You see, God specifically said, by the Chachamim, of course, because everything has to come by the Chachamim, Keneged Sfirat Chochma, Chachamim Chochma, that you have to hear Parashat Zachor before Purim. You have to. Why? Really, did you know that you have a mitzvah every single day to remember what Amalek did to you? It's a mitzvah, midoraita. Did you guys know that? It's a zechirot, absolutely. You have to remember. Actually, there's 3 mitzvot combined in that, but let's not get into it. So why do we have to remember it before Purim? What do you mean by remember it before Purim? We have to read the Torah, Gabriel, before Purim. Now, there's something interesting, boys and girls. I'm talking to the video. Why'd you look at me first?
Question before you go to your is that the vav that's broken and that's in the Megillah?
You know what? It's the vav that's broken in Parshat Pinchas. It's connected to Eliyahu Hanavi.
Damn.
So, kol hakavod. When we read the Parshat Zachor, there are two parashas of Zachor inside the Torah. What are they? Number one, in Parashat Bishalach. What's from Bishalach? Amalek comes out of nowhere and it says, Vayachalosh Yehoshua et Amalek bet Amo lefichad. Yehoshua comes. Who's Yehoshua? Barada. He never picked up a weight in his life. Definitely never boxed anyone. Suddenly, when he sees Amalek, he turns into a warrior. You know who Yehoshua was?
Yeah.
He used to clean the Hechal with his beard. He had a very long beard. The Midrashim used to take his beard and he used to clean the Aron Kodesh. Like that's what he used to do. He used to clean the Beit HaMikdash, the Mishkan with his beard. Yehoshua comes. From which tribe was Yehoshua?
Benjamin.
Tribe of
Benjamin.
Yosef. Menashe and Ephraim are whose sons? Yosef. Menashe Chodesh Adar, Dagim, connection. And he weakens them. Do we read that in Parashat Zachor? No. We go to Parashat Kitetse, all the way at the end of the Torah. And the Torah says, in the Maftir, at the end, Zachor asher Amalek b'deres leMisraim. Shouldn't we read the actual story? Why are we reading the mitzvah? Okay, the mitzvah is good, but let's read the story. What do we read on Purim, by the way? The story. Yeah, but what do we read before Purim? The Zachor. And what does it have to do with Purim? We have a mitzvah every day to remember. Guys, Seudah, we do every week. Every time you say Hamotzi, you make a Seudah. And if you're a Bukharian or Hatsheveh, you drink and you eat, everything is good. Maishat, this, that. Reading a Megillah, Shir HaShirim is a Megillah, Ruth is a Megillah, Torah we read every week, Baruch Hashem. Tzedakah you give? Yes. Okay, Matanot LeEvyonim. You give a present to somebody every time you go to a wedding, you give, no? It's like a bill, shtraf. You give a present or no? Mishloch manot. What sets Purim aside from all other holidays? It's the drinking. Why? You're supposed to tap into your Shoresh Neshama. Why through drinking and not through smoking or anything else? Why smoking doesn't count? Because Adam Harishon drank wine. Noach drank wine. Instead of having yain hamigale sod, they had a yain hamishaker. They had a drunken wine. They didn't have yain that reveals secrets. What's the difference? Noach HaTzadik, before he drank, the Satan came to him, he took a lion, he slaughtered the lion, spilled the blood on top of the wine, the seeds. Then he took a monkey, slaughtered it. Then he took a pig, I don't want to say that word, in shul, and put it on. And he said, now your wine is going to grow the best. He told Noach. What's the secret? You have 1 cup of wine, you turn into a lion. You turn chazak. 2nd cup, you turn into what? A monkey. You start to dance on the tables. 3rd cup, you're already rolling up in your throw up like a chazir. So you're not supposed to drink. Wrong. You're not supposed to drink if you have Amalek in your heart. The reason why you turn into a chazir or a kuf is because you have Amalek inside of you.
The true you comes out.
The true Satan inside of you comes out. So what does Hashem say to do right before Purim? Remind yourself. Zachor et asher asa lecha Amalek. Take the Amalek out. Then the wine just turns into the most beautiful thing. It turns into the most spiritual thing. But if you have Amalek inside of you, then what? You're not allowed to get drunk. If you don't have Amalek, B'chav. That's why we read Parashat Zachor before Purim. Hashem wants to give you a gift. On Purim, you could make the biggest yeshuot, the biggest miracles. On Purim, the king comes off his throne and comes to your house. He sits down with you. He wears regular clothes. He has kaif with you. He wants to drink with you. He wants to have fun with you. And then he asks you, do you want to have a wish? Do you know what your wish is supposed to be? Stay. You have to ask the king to stay. You know what our problem is? We still have Amalek inside us. So what do we ask for? To win the lottery. So there is no king. We have to tell him stay. Purim has to last until when? You know when Purim actually happened? On Pesach. Yeah, it's the whole story within itself. The whole story of Purim happened on Pesach. The Jews fasted on Pesach. Tanit Esther was on Pesach.
Yeah.
Why are we doing it on Adar? That's when the war happened. That's when they wrote the Megillah. That's when the Yesod was fixed. There's many more things that we could say about this and many more things. I want to reveal you one kavanah because I promised you guys kavanot of Purim. I want to read you something from Rabbi Emmanuel Chayriki's book so you guys will all sit in his yeshiva after 120 years. After we just lit candles for him. This is his sefer and all the kavanot of the Ari HaKadosh. This is called Mishnat Chasidim. And we're opening up Masechet Adar. Haman Harasha, says Rabbi Emmanuel, Yonek meha klipa. He sucked from the klipa. Shekeneged Zade Bria, which is corresponding the world called Ze'er Anpin, of the world of Bria. And he specifically sucks, he takes his energy from 5 letters. Mem Sofit, Nun Sofit, Tzadik Sofit, Pei Sofit, and Chaf Sofit. We say that in Yiddish, Mansapach. Mansapach. And he says, Haman, if you spell out Haman, what letters you have there? Mem Nun. Mem Sofit, Nun Sofit. Zeresh sucked from the Tzadik Sofit. And he had also advisors. They sucked from the Pei Sofit and the Chaf Sofit. If you take the numerical value of Mem, 40, Nun, 50, Tzadik, 90, Pei, 80, Chaf, 20, you're going to get numerical value 280. Purim. That's why we call Purim Purim. Mazal Tov. Now you guys got some Olam Ha'ari HaKadosh from Rabbi Emmanuel Chayriki. 2. Destroy what Haman did. What do we do? 4 mitzvot on Purim. But man, tza, pach, there's 5. What's the 5th mitzvah? The 5th mitzvah is keneged the yichida, the 5th part of the neshama. What is that? Kol ha-poshet lecha yad moshitin lo. On Purim, there's a special mitzvah. Anybody who says to you, give me, you have to give him. During the year, if somebody tells you, give me money, you have to say, who are you? Maybe you're a charlatan. Maybe you're a fake. Purim is the only day of the year. Anybody who says, give me, bechazur, you have to say. That's keneged the mansa pach. And that's the sweetness of the judgment.
Good time to ask for long.
Now, what do you do? Right after Purim, we have Parashat Para. We read the red cow. To sweeten the mansapach, you have to add 5 olives. 5 olives is how much? 5. It's a letter Hey. Par turns into what? Para. Para aduma, the red cow. That's why we read the parasha, Para aduma, right after Purim when we were sweetening the judgments. And that's the secret behind it all, according to the Ari HaKadosh, in the name of Rabbi Emmanuel Chayriki, Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen. Anybody here want to say Kaddish?